So I watched the new Marvel movie last night, and I mean, this is a joke that definitely other people have made about it, but I gotta say, it was pretty fantastic. Wait, hold on, say that again. How good was this new Marvel movie? Oh, it was fantastic. Ha ha ha. Yeah, joke, joke, joke. But no, it was really fucking good. I really enjoyed Fantastic for First Steps. It was a step in the right direction. Hey, a first step in the it just occurred to me that it's first steps because it's a baby. It's about a baby. It's about the Fantastic Four having a baby, and the baby. Wait, hold on, Franklin. We don't see Franklin's first steps. This is bullshit. I'm gonna lose my best Pokemon to a Swablu because it's dealing a bunch of damage with Astonish. Like if there was a crit, I would have lost my Curlia at the start of this to a fucking Swablu, and that's lame as hell. Just getting the fucking Pokeball Swablu, the Cotton Bird Pokemon. I'm not going to add it to the team now. Builder is your name. I'm not going to add it to the team now because I got other Pokemon I need to train up. This is definitely a potential future teammate. Yes. So, Fantastic Four First Steps. I should read the comment. First, this is on my Homestuck Endings fan comic video. Builder 5440 numbers says, yeah, fan stuff is always a complex web of good, bad, and meh. I think the OG ending, this would be for Homestuck, the OG, I've brain farted. The OG ending was good, it just needed some extra talking and things for characters to do. Not giving into Lord English's one for a fight is amazing. The epilogues are interesting work of writing, and the meta elements are good at times, but I feel the story can't live on meta alone. It needs to be a good story, or at least better writing to drive the meta home like a hammer. I didn't have that on screen. There's that comment. And yeah, I agree with a lot of that. Like, fan endings, fan comics in general, run the gamut of, hey, aren't you isn't there a cave behind you that has a secret base in there inside the volcano? How do they not all burn to death? Isn't that what happens in the game? Isn't that why you're there? I'm on to you, random rocket grunt. But yeah, fan endings, there is big variance in quality, but I enjoyed making that ending video and reading through all those fan endings, even if a lot of them weren't great. And, the Oddish line gets intimidated in this game. That's interesting. I should keep that in mind. Don't fucking register yourself. Fuck you. But yeah, Fantastic Four First Steps. It was just a great, great fucking movie. Everyone in it was perfectly cast. Like, they felt like the characters, and they felt like a real family. They could have, with Ben, had him go more in the, I'm from New York, bada bing, bada boom, it's clobbering time. But they did have him be this sweet, gentle giant, and he was great. And he's played by Cousin from The Bear, a show that I need to watch. Is his name Cousin? I just see every clip I've seen of that. They just call him Cousin. I don't even know if Cousin is the cousin of the bear, because I haven't seen The Bear. I know the characters are the bear. I think his name is Charmy. He owns the restaurant, and then there's his friend Cousin, who might be related to him or might not, and they have a sous chef who is like a young black girl and is the smarter one. And Cousin is the dumb guy? I don't fucking know. I haven't seen it. The point is, Eben something Moss, I don't remember his name, was very good in it, as were Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby. Just all of them. We had Ben as this gentle giant who's really nice, and we had Johnny was this fucking not an asshole. Johnny isn't an asshole, but Johnny likes to fuck with people and be a little bit annoying. He's that annoying little brother who's frustrating to be around, is how Johnny is normally portrayed, and they did get that portrayal down pretty good. And Reed, I wasn't when I heard Pedro Pascal, I wasn't sold on that as a casting, but God, he was so good at it. What the fuck is this, kids? Wait, there's moves. I didn't know there were move tutors in this game because I've never played Emerald, and I didn't know that the move tutor was a random ass kid who pretends to be an old man. But like, I wasn't sold on Pedro Pascal as Reed, but I should have. He's so good at being this brilliant scientist and also like this loving family man who's like just every casting was great. Vanessa Kirby was excellent as Sue. Like, it was just, God, the family was great, and it has this core really good story of like them fighting for their family and refusing to, I didn't even miss any items, refusing to be torn apart. Like, should I say what the plot of the movie is? Because it was in the trailers. The plot is, the layout of this gym is different. That's a thing. The plot is like Galactic is coming. It's the coming of Galactus. It's that famous story, and he will spare the Earth if you give us baby, because Galactus wants Franklin to be the new Galactus because he's sick of being Galactus, which is, yay! Hey, finally, Galactus is a good fucking character. Like Galactus, after years of terrible adaptations, they finally got Galactus down as being just this big fucking... He's just a big fucking dude, and he's this god, but also, he's not... Well, he's not good, but I don't... Like, Galactus isn't evil. He isn't hateful or cruel. He's a bit of a dick sometimes, but he is how Galactus is often portrayed. He is this ancient god, this sort of living embodiment of hunger. He eats because that is what he is. He is Galactus. He's not good. Like, there's a comic, and people fucking hate this. There's a comic where Ghost Rider tries to do his penance stare on Galactus, and it doesn't work. And part of that's because penance stare never fucking works in the comics, it seems. But also, it's like, yeah, it wouldn't work on Galactus because Galactus isn't really a person. Galactus is something else. He's beyond, and they finally got Galactus down. And Silver Surfer was also good, and she's a silver lady instead of a naked silver dude, which is fine. I don't really give a shit. They got the characterization down packed. It was just all around, it's excellent. I love the 60s aesthetic. Is just it's a movie that's fun to look at, and it just is dripping with charm and whimsy, and the action, they're all fighting to protect their son and defeat Galactus, is great. Honestly, my favorite part of the movie. This is a thing that is like, I'm just a sucker where it's for scenes where it's a bunch of people like coming together to do everything they can to help out other people. That's a thing that really gets me in movies when I see it. It makes me kind of teary-eyed. Like, and I talked about this when I saw Superman, but like where it's like our only like spoilers, like the world needs to come together and build this big teleporter. It's the only way we can escape Galactus. And then just everyone is together. The world loves the Fantastic Four because they've saved them so many times that they're all coming together. The entire world as one is like fucking working to save from Galactus, because otherwise it's Doomsday. Let it be If this be Doomsday, I think is the comic, like where they defeat Galactus. I read The Coming of Galactus like a few weeks ago in like preparation of this film. I was not impressed. It's like, I understand how influential, and it's how it was like nothing that had ever come before in comics, and was like such a massive, shocking, changing story. Like, it's one where the Fantastic Four fight God. I've read a bunch of other stories where the Fantastic Four fight God, so this particular example of them fighting God, and you can tell I've never done this gym puzzle before, didn't really woo me. Like, I thought the comic Coming of Galactus was very rushed and underdeveloped, but I think the film is a better adaptation of story. It gives a lot more time to breathe. It adds in this element of like being forced to choose between Franklin and the world. Like the first meeting where they have to fucking escape by like punting the surfer into a black hole is a really cool action set piece. Like the big fight against Galactus is great, and instead of it being, and then the Watcher tells Reed where he can find the gun of Deus Ex Machina, how they defeat Galactus is by like something Reed invented, like repurposing it, and also fucking Big fighting him, like fucking Sue going all out with her fucking force field, Johnny being willing to sacrifice himself to shove Galactus into... It's just... We've been eating good recently with superhero movies. It was great. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to evolve two of my Pokemon before I take on Flannery, because I know Flannery can be a tough gym, and that will put me like slightly above the level cap. It will put me one above the level cap. I don't pay attention to level cap. Like, oh no, I have 30 going into Flannery instead of 29. Who gives a shit? Okay. Yeah, I adored it. It was fantastic, and I'm kind of rambling in my review of it, but it was just all around. It was firing on all cylinders excellent. I struggle to think of complaints. I had one complaint earlier today that I mentioned on Reddit when people were discussing the film. I said the thing that kind of bugged me. So let me explain it. Actually, that reminds me of another complaint I have about it. So, like, at the start of the movie, it's established that Reed has been intercepting these messages, these radio signals in an alien language, and Johnny is listening to them, trying to decipher them. And later, they meet Silver Surfer, who speaks the same language, and she says something to Johnny. He's like, "What does that mean?" "It means die with your own." And then Johnny's like, "Yes, now I know the translation of a single word in this alien language, like a single fucking sentence. I know what die with your own means in this language, which means now I can translate the entire language using these records that have other people speaking in this language." And from her saying, "Die with your own," I now know every single word in that language because I studied for a bit. Is Johnny even... Linguists can't do that. That's not how fucking linguistics work. Like, no, that's not how that works. That's not how anything works. And also, like, even if it was how it worked, Johnny's not a fucking linguist, and he does it so quick. He, like, gets a single sentence, and through that is able to Rosetta Stone an entire language and translate it perfectly and speak it. And no, he would need more than knowing what your own and die mean in Silver Surfese, okay? That was bullshit. It leads to this really cool fucking scene of, like, when he's fighting Silver Surfer in New York, just all of the billboards. He hacks all of the billboards to change them into, like, the messages, like, of people begging for mercy, and, like, "Oh god, you killed a Silver Surfer," and it breaks her down, and, like, then she changes her ways and saves the... Like, that's good. I don't have a complaint about that. I have a complaint that he was able to translate it at all. Also, another thing that was minor, so they launched the rocket. They launched their rocket, which is a two-stage rocket. It's a two-stage rocket, and they launch it from their base in New York City. First off, you don't launch rockets from New York City. You launch them closer. You launch them closer to the equator. That's why southern Florida is where the U.S. does their rocket launches, because it's close to the equator, and also it's kind of in the middle of nowhere and there aren't people near it. Because of the other thing, it's a two-stage rocket. They're launching a two-stage rocket from Manhattan, and we see the rocket parts, the other rocket parts, like, just fall down. So, like, you're there, you're staring up like, wow, the Fantastic Four is gonna kill Galactus and save us all. Yeah, I'm looking at the sky. Hey, what's that coming? And then you get crushed to death under a fucking rocket engine because no, don't do a two-stage rocket in fucking New York City. Are you stupid? I know that's become the meme, like asking if characters are stupid, but seriously, Reed, are you stupid? And we do see that there's, like, little rocket boosters, and, like, they apparently automatically land themselves in this 60s pseudo timeline where it's vague how much computers they have, but that just seems weird. Like, and it's not a big complaint, it's just minor nitpicking what I'm doing now, but come on, and I just need, like, one more experience point, and then I'll be ready for Flannery, who is a very tough boss, but I'm gonna beat her with my Feraligatr and Marowak and Gardevoir. And I just realized I did not change Gardevoir's sprite. I didn't think about when I decided to add a Jolteon that the problem with Jolteon is that like the only electric type move it learns is Thunder Shock, and then I think it's like level 50 it gets Thunder, and normally that's fine because we can just use a Thunderbolt TM. Hey, there's no I randomized TM, so there's no Thunderbolt TM to use. This is a problem. What does Flannery lead with? I want to set up before I take on her Torkoal. But I don't want to set up on her Numel because it has physical moves. I'd prefer, if I'm going to set up on one, I'd prefer to set up on the Slugma. But how can I guarantee? Well, actually, I think Slugma is probably the highest priority to go out because they're not going to go Canerupt into the quad weakness, and Torkoal's the ace. Best to save that for last. I might be wrong about how the AI works, and well, so I've been having problems recently with my laptop overheating and crashing because it's an old piece of shit. But you can see there has been this lag spike just as it's getting hotter, and part of the reason is because I don't have my AC on, because I'm recording right now. But yeah, this lag spike as my laptop is just getting hotter and hotter and fucking hotter. And I'm also getting hotter, like sitting with this in my lap. Like, oh boy, that's hot, and I've already solved this puzzle, so why am I getting tricked by it? Oh god, it is burn at the touch hot. I need a new fucking laptop. I don't know. Speaking of like things with my computer, you know how I make YouTube videos about stuff? Damn it! I chose the wrong one. I chose the wrong one. I don't like this gym. How do these fucking like sand catapult bullshit even work in this game? Like you step on them and you fall through. Okay, and also sometimes you get shot up into the air. What? Whatever. Speaking of like things, so I think I'm gonna stop making D&D stories because like I was supposed to get this next one done this week. I don't like making D&D stories. I think I like having the memories and like the stories I told with my friends survive in some way, and like that's part of the reason why I've started streaming the latest campaigns, so I don't feel obligated to do. Wait, is the lag because of the fog in this gym? Is that like seriously overheating my fucking computer? But like, I just, it's a lot of work, and I don't like how it turns out when it's done, and no one fucking watches them, so I think I've already started Cold West. I'm gonna finish Cold West, but I'm probably gonna switch to like a sort of podcast where it's just like a still image and me describing things instead of like a full completion. And sorry, I'm gonna complete this third one, but I've just been hating working on it this year. And with all the time I'm spending on it, that's time I should spend on things. Like, I didn't work on Cold West at all this week. Instead, I watched movies and I played games and I hung out with my friends, and that's just so nice to have the time to do that, you know, and not be working on stuff. I mean, that's part of because I'm not working on other things like the Homestuck video or the Epstein video, which I need to finish writing both of these. But it was nice to I want to be able to spend time with my friends. I want to be able to, play games. Like, I played Slay the Princess. Heard great things about. Finally played it. This game, it's a fucking masterpiece. It's an amazing, amazing game. I adore this game. It's like, it's Stanley Parable as it's the Stanley it's the game by Parable. Fuck, why can't I say Parable? It's the Stanley Parable as a horror game, is how I would describe it. And it's just this excellent, excellent game. You get sent to kill this princess, and the decisions you make as you go in the basement to kill this princess, that causes the story to change wildly, and there's a fucking time loop. where you meet her again and again, and she becomes monstrous depending on your choices. And play it. It's a game that's hard to explain unless you play it, but it's like a game. It's a touching, incredible game, which is why I love it, and I love that I had time to just play it this week. It's incredible. What else have I done? But yeah, so taking a break from D&D Stories for a while, and possibly forever. I still want to finish Cold West in some way, just not in the way that I've been doing. And how are you still hitting me with all my devil teams, fucker? Oh, whatever. But yeah, I want to finish Cold West. I want to finish the Cold West. I did like a sequel to Cold West, and shit. Oh, right. I did like all my like special defense boosts. Like you were using Smog so much because it's a physical attack, and I did special boost, but that didn't really do anything. Wait, let's save those. Let's use a berry. Eat a peach, Guard of War. And now, as long as we don't have a crit overheat, I will be able to heal up. And yes, I have went to... Yes, it's not a hardcore Nuzlocke, okay? I'm hardcore Nuzlocke because I'm not paying attention to the game. I'm paying attention to talking about Fantastic Four. And, maybe I focus... The point is I should be able to sweep the rest of this gym with ease. Oh, using light screen. I guess I have no choice but to get to +6 to stall it out. What was I going to say? I also watched Rear Window. I watched like the Hitchcock film Rear Window, and it is kind of weird that it's a movie like, wow, you're kind of creepy for just constantly like spying on your neighbors, but you're right, because like your paranoid delusions ended up randomly being accurate, and your neighbor is a murderer, but don't worry, he's going to slowly walk towards you, which will give you time to flash your camera, and every time you flash your camera, he's going to be like, oh, I have been stunned for a few seconds, let me adjust my sight, and then I will take a few more steps. Oh, you stunned me! But it's fine. A few seconds later, I'll be able to take a step. Oh, you stunned me again! What a fucking dipshit. But yeah, Rear Window's a pretty good movie. I honestly, because my only experience of that is like the Simpsons parody of it, like, where Bart, like, breaks his leg. That's my only experience, exposure to Rear Window, so I thought it was going to be like that, where Jimmy Stewart, who talks like this, where Jimmy Stewart would be delusional, and he wouldn't have actually been a murderer. He would not have been a murderer. Jimmy Stewart as Ned Flanders, that's a good idea of a thing to do in a D&D campaign, and now, what is my TM? Is it something I can use? 50 was TM 50. Sky Uppercut. I like Sky Uppercut. Hold on, who can learn Sky Uppercut? Please tell me one of my Pokemon gets Sky Uppercut. Do I have them learn Sludge Wave? Or Sludge Bomb? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Not able. I'll figure out HMs later. I can also go get Toxic HM now. And doesn't Bren... Yeah, you give me... I'll do the desert next time. Next time, I'm going to the desert. Next time it'll be 2003, because we're invading the desert, and nothing bad is going to be. It's going to be a 20-minute war, in and out. Nothing bad's going to happen. That's a weird way to end the episode.